Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to another episode of my Collectible Corner. Bit of a different one today. I'm going to be taking a look at some Punisher stuff, but not just one item. So, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, or if you're returning, you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. It will help me out with the channel. Give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, keep you apprised of my upcoming content, leave me a comment. I do reply to all comments. Now, I've been a big Punisher fan for years. I've read comics since the late 80s. Punisher was one of the characters that I've always been drawn to. Just through thick and thin, through good and bad, I've read the Punisher. I've got every issue of the Punisher still. I've done an 8-part series on it when I first started on YouTube about 10 months ago, looking at every Punisher comic that I have in my collection, not including guest appearances and stuff, but the main runs. There was a lot of them. Now, through the years, I've also collected a lot of Punisher collectibles. A lot of them I have displayed around the place. Certain action figures are in boxes up in the attic because I've moved several times, didn't have the space to display them. So what I'm looking at now is the stuff that I've got that I can get my hands on, basically. So yeah, I'm going to start from smallest, working my way up to varying size to the largest. There you go. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Now, I will say that Dan over at Dan's Man Cave, he's got a fantastic channel. Go and check him out. He did ask to have a look at, or he asked about something that I had displayed behind me in one of my videos. That will be part of this. But let's just go and take a look at some of the bits that I've got that are related to the Punisher. Let's go. Now, as I normally do, I'll be doing this sort of video in here, freestyling the camera, because I've got a nice white background. The lighting is better, easier to take a look at these items with a white background. So, let's begin. So I said I was going to start with smallest first. So here we have a Punisher Frank Castle Lego figure. It's not an official Lego figure. You can get lots of like Marvel Hero Lego figures. There's some dust around it. But yeah, so that kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? Punisher Lego. Let's go to the next item. So my next item is a Superhero Squad. Marvel Superhero Squad figure like this, which was Punisher. There were several done. Now the reason I got these is because I'd done a birthday cake and I had a load of these type of figures strewn over them, or I should say my wife made a birthday cake. And I've got a load of these little figures to put over them. I got 2 Punisher ones. We'll come to the next one now. Yeah, so this is the second one and my favourite of the 2. He's holding a bazooka. More in his classic costume with the white boots and white gloves. Yeah, don't worry, it does get better than this. Promise. So yeah, nice little item. Now this little plastic figure, which as you can see is small. This is old. Back in the day when I used to go to a comic shop in London called Gosh, which was on Great Russell Street opposite the British Museum. Used to get these sort of figures, these little, like, sort of like a soft plastic, moulded plastic. Obviously I like to get the Punisher. There's a bit of a dodgy paint job on his eyes, as you can see. It's filthy as well, and I should need to clean that up. But just decoloured, you know, yeah. But it's just been sat on the shelf for years and years, on various shelves actually. So we're going to get to some bigger stuff now, and some stuff that's a bit more interesting. That's the silly stuff out of the way. Okay, this bust here is a recent purchase that I picked up in the Forbidden Planet in Croydon. I just happened to go in there and they had one sat there. It is plastic. It's not very good looking, obviously. It was only $7.99, but being that it was Punisher, I had to get it. It's actually a money box. You got the slot on the back there. Being the Punisher fan that I am, I just couldn't resist picking it up. I couldn't let it go to someone else. Now this statue here, I have shown before, I believe, it's a Punisher Origin statue. There was a time when these Punisher Origin statues were developed, and they were basically a sort of a mirroring of their birth, in that you've got the incident that occurred that created them, or part of the statue reflects that, and behind you had a black and white image of the character, how he would have first appeared, sort of reflecting what he became. So in this case you've got Frank Castle kneeling, grieving at the grave of his wife and children, and then behind him is a sort of foreshadowing of what he would become. I got this, oh my god, when did I get this? This was about 2008, 2009 maybe, that this was got for me as a gift. It is limited to 2000, as you can see on the bottom there. Yeah, I know other ones that they've done. I know Hulk was one, I know Iron Man was another that they've done for this. You can sort of get a sense for scale by my hand. But yeah, lovely piece, because it sort of reflects how the Punisher first looked when he was first conceived and first appeared in that Amazing Spider-Man 129. Now this here is a statue that was bought for me probably maybe about 5 years ago by my wife. Yeah, it's obviously it's it's not plastic, you know. It's, you know, if I drop it it'll break, but it's again a Punisher bust where he's got more of the classic skull, the classic look, with the white gloves, and obviously he's sitting atop this skull adorned plinth holding two guns. So again, that's a very nice item that I do like. That's displayed downstairs in a cabinet, and again this is limited to 5,000. It's 975 of 5,000. So I like that a lot. Now, keeping with the statues, this is a much bigger one, as you can see by my hand picking it up. Yeah, so this one here, I don't particularly like the face, but I like the statue. I can't tell you the name of the statue or anything like that. The box is packed away upstairs. This is displayed downstairs. Frank Castle holding two guns, and he's actually at his own grave there. You can see Frank Castle, beloved husband, beloved father. Big trench coat on, sort of Punisher skull that's more, I think, inspired by the 2004 Thomas Jane film. That skull is not exactly, but it looks like it. You can see the detailing on the gun, very nice. And again, this is heavy. This has got a considerable amount of weight to it. So much so that I was a bit worried about having it in my glass case, whether it would actually, the glass shelf would actually take the weight of it, but it does. But I am very careful when putting it in there. So yeah, very nice piece. And now getting into some of the Marvel Gallery PVC statues that they've done. So this one here is obviously Punisher. Now I don't like the face on this one at all. I hate it. I don't know, I just dislike that. People say, oh well, he's beaten up, he's beaten up. I get that, but that's just an awful face, an awfully designed face. Say what you will, yes, he's been through the wars, he's been beaten up, but it's just horribly sculpted face in my opinion. So this is like a PVC, so it's very relatively light and plastic. But I do like these PVC statues that Marvel, DC Gallery do and all that sort of a thing. Yeah, it's interesting. I've got two more of these that I'll show now. So this one here of the Punisher is actually inspired by John Berthnall and his appearance in season 2 of Daredevil. As you can see, it's sort of a decent size. you know, my hand's there next to it. I'm picking it up, as you can see. He's holding Daredevil's mask. You have got a bit of a John Bernthal likeness with it. Nice gun in his hand. Love the skull design for this. I just think it's superb. And yeah, obviously he stood atop of part of a building there. He's got his military boots on. Very nice piece, this one. I do like that a lot. And that brings me to another John Bernthal inspired one. This one here is a bit more actiony. Again, it's a PVC gallery statue, inspired by the film, or the TV series, sorry. In this one, you can see he's firing guns. You can see the smoke discharged from the housing of the gun where the shell would fly out. And he's got some blast, and the other gun's the same. Face is a bit battered up. And there he's got the wall and the hammer, where he would be, you know, if you remember in the programme, he was knocking the wall down, weren't he? Working on like a building site. So yeah, nice piece. These are decently priced and, you know, not bad to look at all. So I did do an opening of this on its own. I did show it. It's an Iron Man War Machine helmet, which is all scuffed up and that. And as you can see, it's got the Punisher logo on the front. Now, in the context of that, why that is, in the comics, there was a story where Frank Castle got hold of the War Machine armour and used it for his own means. And thus he adorned the skull onto it. All these marks here, these dirt marks, they're meant to be on it. It gives it that sort of used look. Not only that, but you can take off the front cover of it. It is wearable. The front mask comes off. It's got noise. You can wear it, obviously. This attaches to it via magnets. And when it does, you see that the eyes start to light up. You can't really see that. So I've just drawn the curtains a bit, just to show the eyes lighting like that. And you can actually see through them from the other side, even when they're lit. It doesn't obscure your vision whatsoever. So yeah, that's nice. I might get the actual Iron Man one at some point. You know, the red and gold. Because I do like this. But I got that cheap. That's why I picked it up. Over, you know, half price. I didn't have a box or anything. Someone was selling it on eBay. And I put in an offer. And they accepted. Happy days. And now my last piece, which is a piece that I had for a long time. And again, this was the item that was in the back of one of the videos that I mentioned earlier. And it's a Punisher figure, what am I saying, from Marvel Studios. Let's take a look. So yeah, so this is the item in question. It's a sort of 12-inch Punisher figure in this lovely box. 12-inch collector's edition. Marvel Studios. Over 30 points of articulation. Now, I've not opened this up ever. As you can see, he comes with a wealth of stuff inside. You know, he's got a Gatling gun there. He's got a shotgun there tied to his leg. He's got a knife there, a handgun there, another handgun there. All them clips. Another gun under there. He's holding a machine gun there. He's got a box with ammo in there for the Gatling gun. Yeah, it's, you know, it's a really nice... I've never had it out. It's got a leather coat on. Something I've never had out of the box. Never felt the need to take out. That there is John Romita Jr. drawing. An artist that worked on Punisher for a while. Punisher Warzone. I think was his first foray into Punisher, if I'm right. We've got some writing on the back. All about him. So you can pause and read that if you so wish. Mike Zeck drawing on the back there. he done the Punisher miniseries when Punisher first got his own title. Yeah, so it's nice. And again, John Romita Jr. art there, and that is from that art there, and that art there is from Punisher War Zone. That's that Mike Zeck image there again. So yeah, very nice. And on the top you have sort of, well, that's a bit dirty, needs a little bit of a clean up. But I've had this for years and years and years. Marvel Studios there in Boston top. Yeah, so that's it. So yeah, so that's most of the Punisher stuff that I can actually lay my hands on at the moment. Like I said, there are a few more bits upstairs in the attic in boxes, primarily Marvel figures. Yes, they're you know, like a double pack with Punisher and Jigsaw, which I think are worth a little bit of money actually. But yeah, if I ever dig them out, I'll show them as well. I am going slowly through stuff in the attic, so I may just come across them. Anyway, so that's it. That's me done for this episode. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave me a comment if you so wish. Let me know your thoughts on this stuff, whether you've got anything of interest, whether you like the Punisher, dislike the Punisher, anything like that. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Yeah, this is AJ. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care and goodbye.